Alright everybody, I am back now to continue on with the DVD update with part 2. Because remember, I had to cut the first part short due to low battery power, but good news is I put some different batteries into this camcorder, and those, thankfully there's more power on that, so I should be good to go for a little while. Anyway, let's go on to the last item I have in the DVD update, because the last thing I have in this DVD update is a TV show, and this is the complete first season of SNL. Oh, the 1975-76 season. So then, with that cast, this being the only SNL season where Chevy Chase was a cast member, along with some of the other cast members from the original, including, of course, Jane Curtin, Gilda Radner, Lorraine Newman, John Belushi, Dan Aykroyd, and Garrett Morris. Yes, and I mentioned those names. Bill Murray didn't join SNL until the middle of the second season. But anyways, this is still a great one anyway. See, there's even a book about a little bit, I think, and I'll show you the... Yep, there's even a guidebook, but I won't read it to you. And it has a description on the back, which just states about this. And as you know, SNL recently did finish their 47th season on NBC, in which this was the last season for Kyle Mooney, Aidy Bryant, Kate McKinnon, and Pete Davidson. Since they're all moving on to other things. Of course, a lot of you are probably thinking how much longer Kenan Thompson will be on the show, because Kenan's been on SNL for nearly 2 decades now. But getting back to the original SNL thing, here's this lists all the episodes, including that very first episode of the show with the late great George Carlin hosting. That was a little different because the host wasn't in sketches and that, he only did just monologues. Including that very first monologue about the baseball and comparing baseball and football. I'll give you the example. Baseball is theological, 20th century. Oh, sorry, got it wrong. Let me try it again. Football is theological, 20th century. Baseball is pastoral, 19th century. In football, you get a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. And all that. Yeah, that's me trying to do, you know, I'm sure you'll determine whether or not if I did a good George Carlin impression or not, but anyway, let me show you more of the discs. Yep, these are all the discs. There's 8 of them in all. And there's some other great episodes, too, on Season 1, also including 2 episodes where Candice Bergen hosted, the musical episode when Paul Simon was hosting. Paul, we know, is also one of the few musical artists that's part of the SNL 5 Timers Club, along with a bunch of others. The late Buck Henry was. I know Steve Martin has. Justin Timberlake is also part of that club, too. And so on for any other celebs. Let's see. Some others that appeared in that. Also, even the late Desi Arnaz appears in an episode, Season 1 episode. Ha 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 ha! Baba look to that Lucy! Anyway. And of course, as well as having the late great Madeline Kahn appear in one. Probably this was the first where Gilda Radner also debuted her popular Baba Wawa character, being her parody of legendary TV and journalist personality Barbara Walters. Anyway, and although Buck Henry hosted 2 episodes that season, this season had someone else host the finale because of having music legend Chris Christopherson host that one, but Buck would go on to host a bunch of other season finales throughout the early years, and years, Henry's legacy still lives on even more than 2 years after his passing back in early 2020. But overall, this first season of SNL is still a classic, and if you still don't have this DVD, or any of the other SNL seasons that are released on home media, yeah, then since the first 5 seasons are available to buy on DVD, then I do recommend you check it out. And remember, recent episodes of SNL can also be seen on Hulu Plus and also on NBC's own streaming service, Peacock, as well, if you have a subscription to that. Anyway, SNL, still one of the longest running late-night variety shows ever on television. And there you go. That's going to do it for this update for today, June 8th, 2022. I hope you enjoyed it. My next video is going to be another Wii game update, so hope you stick around for that. But until then, hope you enjoy the rest of today. I'll be back with the Wii game update sometime later this afternoon.